sure of yourself, ain't you, Virgil? Virgil, that's a funny name for a big boy that comes from Philadelphia. What do they call you up there?
They call me Mr. Tibbs.
Sidney Poitier is a man I've admired since I was a little girl. Sidney is one of the most honorable people I have ever known or heard of or even read about, and one of the finest actors of our time. He is a courageous trailblazer who helped me realize that it's possible for people like me to dream bigger dreams.
When I came to this town to make my first film, I was at a studio, and I was the only black person other than the chap who shined the shoes.
Sidney has been breaking through social barriers in film from the moment he set foot in Hollywood. Every character he's ever played has had something important to say.
Because I'm Negro, I'm different. Because I'm Negro, I'm not different. I'm different, I'm not different, who cares? Look, I don't have to prove either case. Can you understand that? Come on!
In 1958, Sidney broke down another barrier. His work in The Defiant Ones earned him an Academy Award nomination. He was the first black man ever to be given that honor. His career has been defined by so many monumental achievements, including the first on-screen kiss between a black man and a white woman. The movie was A Patch of Blue, one of my all-time favorites. I will always remember as a young girl in Milwaukee, sitting on the linoleum floor, watching the Academy Awards. It was 1964. My mother worked as a maid. Black people were called colored then, and I was mesmerized. This elegant, graceful, colored man steps out of a limousine. That night, he won the Oscar as Best Actor for Lilies of the Field.
Sidney Poitier.
In that very moment, I saw myself in an entirely new light. I thought, if he can be that, imagine what I can be. Sidney Poitier is a man not confined by color.
You think of yourself as a colored man. I think of myself as a man.
When his character says that line, that's Sidney speaking. There's a scene in his movie, In the Heat of the Night, that Sidney asked to be rewritten. He felt his character, Virgil Tibbs, should react to being slapped by slapping back.
Was Mr. Colbert ever in this greenhouse, say last night, about midnight?
Gillespie? Yeah. You saw it. I saw it. Well, what are you going to do about it? I don't know.
He knew that scene would be remembered. And it is. By the late 60s, Sidney Poitier was the most popular movie star in America and #1 at the box office. Soon after, he was directing as well. Sidney's accomplishments have taken him far beyond filmmaking. He's raised 6 daughters and authored 2 books. In 1997, he was appointed by his native Bahamas as ambassador to Japan. And now he has received a second Oscar, this time an honorary one for, quote, his extraordinary performances and unique presence on the screen, and for representing the motion picture industry with dignity, style, and intelligence throughout the world. For more than 50 years, this brilliant, handsome, courageous actor has not just earned our respect, he has commanded it.
You're in my territory now, so sit back and enjoy the ride.
Sidney once said to me, I'm an ordinary person who's had an extraordinary life. An ordinary person. Tell that to a little girl sitting on the linoleum floor watching the TV one night in 1964.
I love you. I know you're good and kind. I know you're colored,
What?
and And I think you're beautiful.
Beautiful. Most people would say the opposite.
Well, that's because they don't know you.
This ordinary person showed me that anything is possible. You can be colored, and this can happen to you. You can dream bigger dreams, and I am living proof. 36 years later, I was able to tell him that. For Turner Classic Movies, I'm Oprah Winfrey.
Blind neighbor Elizabeth Hartman experiences the world through the power of Sidney Poitier.